Hey everyone, and welcome back to another modix video. Today I have a great guide planned for you where we're going to be talking about how to defend sites on binds with Killjoy. So Killjoy is such a great defensive agent if you can learn the best setups for every site, and luckily we have that for you today. So to start, we're going to head over to a site and we're going to talk about the two options you have regarding setups. So as many of you know, there's two ways to push. You can go through showers, you can go through a short. A really common tactic that I see players using is bringing a sage wall and just walling off this area right here. It basically splits the site in half and it allows for a free plant right around this area, anywhere inside this. So that's what our first tactic or setup is going to be. We're going to be trying to stop this. So to start, we're taking our turret and we're just going to place it right on this like farthest right edge. And I don't want to see players placing it right here because it's not really smart. You want to place it as far right as you can go. And we can also, like, it doesn't really matter the distance on the, like, away from the wall. But this is probably the best turret placement regarding a short, because once players peek this, they're exposed to heaven. But then some players just book it over to this corner so that they're not exposed to heaven. But as you guys can see, right when heaven's going away, our turret's being revealed. So there's not really a safe area here until you get right here. And this is like the only area here. I'm going to draw a quick little triangle of the area that it like reveals. Anything in this area will be able to be seen. So this is a great turret for you guys to watch a short. Now let's talk about our alarm bot. I'm going to place our alarm bot right over here because I don't want players to be able to go through U-Haul, being exposed very little to heaven, being able to head to CT, and then possibly getting the flank on our player playing heaven, which is going to be you, the enemy, your team's Killjoy, or a different player. So we don't want that to happen, so that alarm bot basically covers it. Now we need to talk about the default placement. So I like to look straight down. I like to angle myself with like the top of this, the bottom left of this brick, and then like right around here. This is where I like to look. Once we're looking straight down, you can shift to get exact. We basically want to line up with the center of this. Then we just want to throw that nanoswarm grenade like this. Don't regard that one. This is going to be a good one because it's not going to allow players to crouch. I mean, this one's fine, but it's pretty much out in the open, but it does cover a lot of it as well. But this is basically going to stop this default plant, and that's mainly what we're looking at for this setup. But keep in mind, we still have one nanoswarm grenade since we only used one. You guys did not see me miss that first throw. For this one, we're just going to go ahead and place our last one right there, because when players are peeking showers, we still want to have some sort of utility stopping them just in case they do split from that sage wall tactic. But when they're peeking, I don't want them peeking this way to look at the ground, because let's say we placed our nanoswarm grenade there. They might go ahead and shoot right here, but while peeking, they still are somewhat exposed to CT. Like, they're going to come like this and then they're going to peek. So they're going to be able to see CT. But if they hear it right there, first of all, they're being exposed to heaven, so you can have a player watching that. And then they're also going to peek like this. They don't gain much intel right here. They might be able to see if somebody's playing up there, such as an omen. A sage can get up there with her wall raise. You know the idea. If you can boost up there, then players will sometimes be playing there. Then you also have, if a player's sitting there, some sort of utility. But that's how I like to defend, like, we'll call it the sage wall tactic. So yeah, now let's move on to if somebody's playing showers, and you're going to play this a lot like I just explained, except we're switching the nanoswarm with our alarm bot, because the alarm bot is really good, a really good piece of utility. And if they choose like incorrectly and they go ahead and destroy the nanoswarm bot, they're going to take 2 times the damage, and the player peeking heaven can go ahead and just laser them and kill them. And it's as easy as that. One quick tip that I want to give you guys is that you are able to boost on here. You can just kind of place it right here. Just place the turret. This is too far. So place the turret so that you can get stuck in the corner. So just like this is a good one, because it will allow you to get stuck in the corner, and then we can just jump up. So here's the area where you want to place it. As you guys can see, it's basically to the middle, but yeah, you guys know where it is. This is a good one to get up to this area so that you can play off of these abilities. And then you can also just recall the turret. If you don't like the spot there, you can go and place it over here instead, just like this. And you can do this all from up here, because we don't want to get down, because we just use that to boost. But remember, you do have a 20-second cooldown for your turret, so just keep that in mind. So this is a good one right here, but then the other good one is going to be right on top of Tetris, or default right here. This is a great one to place because it's basically going to take into account all of showers, and then it will also get a part of bid. Not much, but like as players are coming over here, you guys see it has this 180-degree cone, so it's, if players are running up here, they will be fine. We still have one more nano swarm grenade though, and for this one we're placing it right back here. Reason why I want to place it here is because it basically gets default, but it won't be able to be shot if players just go for the quick spike placement. Instead, they're gonna have to run all the way around and then shoot it, and at that point your heaven player should be able to take care of them relatively easily. So what would I do personally? I'd probably use my boost tactic. I'd boost up and then get on top of this box, play right here, and then probably place my turret right over here just so that it can still watch this, and then it will also watch a bit of A short as well. So those were our setups for A site. Now let's move on to B. Now defending B site is going to be a lot easier than our complicated A setups, because we had to. Here we only need one. And to start out, we're just going to place our alarm bot right here, and then one nano swarm grenade, because nano swarm is really good when paired with alarm bot. And the alarm bot will trigger once players jump out of hookah, and once they jump out, trigger the alarm bot, then you can go ahead and just activate nano swarm. So that is probably like the best place to place it, just because they're going to come over here, and like in order to not get hit, they're gonna have to slowly peek this and then go ahead and shoot it. And if they're looking at the ground, then that's our best case scenario, because back halls or labs, then they're gonna be able to shoot them, or even elbow right over there. So now let's talk about our turret. We're gonna come place it over here, and as you guys can see, it shoots at the wall. So just right click, and once you right click, you should have to just jump in the placement. So, and then distance doesn't really matter, just kind of place it anywhere. This is probably the best turret for B site, because it's going to be able to watch all of this, like this area. I guess this is garden, I think that's what players call it. Yeah. And then it's also going to watch the players pushing out of hookah. As you can see, it jumps out and it's automatically going to be able to see you. So we still have one nano swarm grenade left, and what I would recommend is placing it wherever you find the enemy team placing the spike a ton. So some players will go for this plant right here. They'll plant it a bit farther out, so like right over here, so that they can still sit in elbow and watch it. So go ahead and just place your nano swarm right here. We want to try to get it as close as possible, because it's going to cover more of an area. So now anywhere in this area they try to plant, it's not going to work. We can do the same thing with the other side. If you see them doing that, just go ahead and run up to it. Make sure that you're like in the middle so that we don't miss any spots. So right there, it's perfect, because it's going to take care of all of this area. If you split this box in half, like the area that we have in half, then it's going to cover more of this mid area, because you are able to plant the spike right over here. So once again, you just split it in half, and then you're aiming for that on this side. So that's how I like to defend B site, and that's how I like to defend in all of Bind. If this video did help you out, then be sure to let me know in the comments down below, and also tell me which map I should do next. We have Split and Haven, and I will be making those videos soon. Tomorrow we're uploading a Killjoy's tips and tricks video. I already released one, and tomorrow I think we have 20 new tips coming to you guys. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. Thanks so much for watching all the way through this video, and I will see you all in the next one.